Good morning. I had a few technical difficulties. Had the spinning wheel of doom just staring at me. Nothing like the present to practice breathing and patience. Also, speaking of patience, thank you guys for being patient with us last week. I was having the flu, and that was an experience. I know it's going around. So please stay healthy and take care of yourselves. Drink lots of water, eat good food. This is our last week of the Pause Project, and I'm so grateful that you guys have chosen to spend this last 6 weeks with us trying to learn some meditation techniques and getting up early and finding times in your day to meditate. And it's very encouraging to know that there are people out there trying to learn about how to be present and pay attention and take the time to do so because it's not easy. And so I'm very encouraged to know that you have been doing that. So this morning, we're going to start off actually with a little small amount of pranayama. And mostly we've been talking about meditation. Some of you may be familiar with pranayama. Pranayama is control of the breath. And it's one of the 8 limbs of the Ashtanga practice. And it's one of the limbs that we may use prior to starting a meditation practice or in conjunction with. So I'm going to introduce it a little bit here. I'm sure you're familiar with some breathing techniques. The one that we're going to do this morning is called Langana. And in the future, we will probably go back to doing some live streams like this where we also practice pranayama. But I want you to at least be introduced to it if this was your first time joining us, and so that you can have some experience. So, same rules. I want you to find a comfortable seat, whether it's in a chair or sitting with your feet resting on the floor. And the difference between pranayama and meditation is that in pranayama, you have a focus object of the breath that you are physically controlling versus observing. And so you're trying to stay with the physical act of breathing where you're controlling the rate and the depth and how you do the breathing. And the idea is to downregulate the nervous system so that it can have an opportunity to be prepared for meditation. It has a lot of other benefits as well. And those other benefits include improved oxygenation, reducing oxidative stress, calming the nervous system, improving parasympathetic tone, improving vagal tone, improving immune system. The list goes on. So these things work together hand in hand, and many times we will do some breath work first and follow it with meditation. So again, find a comfortable seat, and I'm going to have you close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. And what I want you to do is start to direct your breath in and out of your nose. See if you can inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. And just observe that natural breath through the nose to the best of your ability. And today we're going to work on trying to lengthen our exhale. In future videos, we can talk about how to make the sound of Ujjayi breath, which is really important. But for now, we're just going to work on watching the breath as it moves in. And as it leaves, we're going to try to increase the count by 2. So I want you to inhale maybe for a count of 3, 4, or 5. And then you're going to exhale for an extra 2 beats. And we're going to do that for several minutes. So I'm going to count you off for this first 1 or 2. And then we're going to continue together. I'll go silent. And then I'll bring us back together, and then we'll move into our meditation. So this is how it works. So let's all take a nice long breath together. And then on your exhale, breathe all the way out. And then let's in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue on your own. After your next exhale, return back to natural breathing. And so that was just a small taste of breath work. It's very effective. It can be used anywhere. And we'll talk about that more when we do our next round of mindfulness practices in the future. So stay tuned and stay up to date with our emails. So let's go into our meditation. And so we'll do something very similar to what we've done before. And if you have been enjoying using the breath as your anchor, this is a perfect time to keep trying that and staying with it. If you've been choosing a different anchor, that totally works as well. So remember, you're going to hear a bell. And if you need any recommendations for timers for meditation, I really love Insight Timer. It's free, it's very easy to use, and it's accessible. So we're going to go for about 10 to 12 minutes this morning. So let's find a nice comfortable seat again and close your eyes. And you'll hear a beginning bell and an interval bell, and then we'll begin. So close your eyes again if you haven't already. Feel the weight of your body resting on your chosen surface. Notice any sounds that there are to notice in the room. Notice the feeling of your skin underneath your clothes. Is it cool or warm in your house? What type of day will today be? And bring your awareness to the front of your nose where the breath is entering and leaving. Notice the temperature of the breath here. Cool or warm? Notice the rate and the depth, fast or slow, deep or shallow. Not good or bad, just noticing those qualities. And bring your awareness to your object of meditation, whether it's breath or something else. And use the breath as your anchor, as the thing that brings you back over and over with each passing thought. And if it's helpful, when a thought passes by, when you notice that you've been carried away, just say to yourself, thinking, and head back to your anchor, and I will bring you back when it's time. Gently begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Bring some movement back, fingers and toes. Maybe rotate right and left. Maybe drop the head down forward and lift the chin. And then bring the palms together of the hands and cup them over the eyes. And allow the light to come back in. And slowly bring hands down to your lap. Thank you for joining us once again. This has been a wonderful experience. We will have a guest leader on Wednesday, so be sure to tune in for that. And if you're joining us a little later today, remember you can go back and use any of the meditations that we've recorded so far. They stand alone, and you can use them throughout the month as we move into March coming up. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.